What's your thoughts on cryptocurrency? And there's been some people that say that the U.S. government is going to kind of create their own coin and whatnot. Is that just the far like is that a conspiracy theorist, or are they having conversations about that? And then the other thing, I think there's news just today. You look at China and Russia, and it's like, are we at risk to losing the, you know, dollar being the currency of the world kind of deal? Like, what are your thoughts on those two things?
So, a couple thoughts. I don't think we're at risk of being the currency of the world. Um, the one thing that people should have learned about China is they're not very transparent.
Yeah,
Um, as a as a matter of fact, they may not be transparent at all. And does anybody really want to have the currency that controls worldwide transactions be from a country that has no transparency in terms of what they're doing? And we've seen that where they wouldn't let the big four auditors in. I personally, and this is not investment advice, I'm just sharing some knowledge or some facts. I personally would not invest in any Chinese company because I wouldn't feel like I was confident in whatever financial results I was being told had occurred. So I don't really worry about that possibility um, in terms of something happening. Uh, what was the other part of your question?
the
Oh,
cryptocurrency.
cryptocurrency.
Yeah, yeah.
How could I forget that? Okay, so I have a rule about investing. I don't invest in something I cannot understand. And I never, and I actually tried to learn about cryptocurrency, and I came to the conclusion that it really was almost like a Ponzi scheme. And I'm not saying anything about the people that created it. I do know it took an enormous amount of electricity to actually generate the coins. But my rule of thumb is if I don't understand it, I'm not investing in it. Okay.
But there's no talk right now on the Hill where they're looking at like there's no talk of that. We're sticking with the dollar, and I just wanted
Yeah.
to run that by because there are some people that are saying that
But
the U.S. dollar is going to get into a crypto exchange, and
so
it's hard for me to imagine.
yeah, I don't see that. But what you might be hearing about is there is this, like, I have to say, cockamamie theory that the Fed or the Treasury could print $1 trillion coin. And there's this convoluted interpretation of the Constitution that would theoretically permit them to do that. And so they could print a coin worth $1 trillion and all of a sudden turn it into money. I, I, I don't care what anybody thinks of Janet Yellen. She is not going to go down as the Secretary of the Treasury that printed the $1 trillion coin. Okay. So that may be part of what you're hearing about mixed
Okay.
in with the cryptocurrency. And, it's
Yeah,
like one guy tells one guy something, the next guy, and then by the time it gets to the fourth guy, it's gone from cryptocurrency to $1 trillion coin and back. So
I love it.